Join me today as we talk about the inspection process for your VA loan. Hi, I'm Cheryl, and welcome to Sold by Cheryl. Thank you so much for your service, and I am very happy to help navigate you through using your earned VA benefit. So now we just got under contract for $250,000. Our numbers are super solid. We are so confident it's going to appraise at $250,000. They're going to give you that $5,000 in closing costs and prepaids. Now it's time to get your inspection. So typically inspection period is around 7 to 10 days, and that is actual days, not working days. And I have inspectors, so I will give you a list. You are free to use whoever you like, but if you don't have anybody, that's okay. I can get you a list. Here is what you're going to need. You're going to need a regular home inspection. Now that is just for you, and that's just going to be your, if any faucets are leaking, any windows are kind of sticky or anything like that. So that just goes to you. It does not go to the insurance company. It does not go to the lender. That is for you and you alone. The next inspection that you're going to need to get is a 4-point. Now, 4-point, that is what goes to the insurance company. And really, all that is saying is the electrical is satisfactory, that there's running water, the roof is in good shape. So it's just kind of a generic, yes, this is a good functioning house. The other thing that you're going to need is a wind mitigation or a wind mitt. And it doesn't matter how, what loan you use, you're going to need all of these anyhow. So what a wind mitigation is, it's for your roof. Or Florida, so, we have hurricanes, so they want to know, how that roof is attached to the house, and that wind mitigation form gets sent to the insurance, and then they will go ahead and they kind of, decide your insurance rates with that. This is where it's a little bit different for VA. We need to have a WDO report, which is a wood destroying organism, or a termite inspection. Now, the people that I give you, they go ahead and they do those termite inspections complimentary. So what happens is that when your inspection is done and they email it to you, I also get a copy. I will take that WDO report and I will send that off. So you don't have to worry about that. The other thing is if you are buying a property that has a well, it's going to need a water test, a full water test. Those run about $400, and they test for nitrates and any other kind of bad bacteria. And yes, that is on you to pay. But remember when we had talked about that 4% for closing costs and prepaids, we're also budgeting that in. So even though that kind of falls under the prepaid, so you're paying for it ahead of time, we've kind of went ahead and kept that bucket of money, that $5,000 that you're going to get back at closing, or that is going to be applied at closing from the seller to kind of pay you back for that. So that is all a part of it. So going back to the water test, you only need that on well. So if you purchase a home that's on city water or public water, if it's noted that way, you don't need the water test, you're okay. But with the well, the inspector will come and they will collect a sample. I cannot touch it, you cannot touch it, a third party can only touch it. From there, they send it out to get tested and they get the report and then they send it to us. So it has to all be third party. If it passes, awesome, you've got good water. If it fails, well, then we have to kind of go back to the drawing board because we have to ask the seller to take care of it because that we have to have another water test done showing that the water is good before you close. So if it's a huge fix, then we're going to have to renegotiate. That's all we can do. Most of the time, they just need to shock the well, kind of like a pool when you get that green stuff in there and you just shock it and it goes away. Most of the time it works the same thing, but in your well. And the sellers usually haven't had an issue with it, but that's just a case by case basis. So let's just say for this case, the seller said, yeah, no problem. We'll go ahead and we'll take care of the water. So they shock the system. It's all done, but now we have to have it retested. And yes, that is an expense that is on you because this is also being done during due diligence, because if the water test doesn't pass, we can't close. So you will have to pay to have it retested. Once we get a passing report, we are good to go. So just remember, with the VA, we need a termite inspection, but I'll send that off. And if you're on a well, we need the water test. So you can budget in the right amount of money. So let's say your home inspection's around 500 and the water test is around 4. So in your head, just know in advance that you'll have to put out $1,000 to have those inspections done. But also remember, we budgeted that right from the beginning when I had told you figure 4% in closing costs and prepaid. So now you can kind of see how that prepaids come in and how that all works. I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I can't wait to help you find your slice of Florida paradise. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found the video helpful. If so, please hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of more videos created just for you.